Oh, it's cold here in Canada, guys. It's been cold. Last week the temperature was a bit normal, but this week it was dropped down to 5. All right, maximum 13 and minimum 5. Tonight the temperature was nearly 5, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning right now, and it feels so cold. All right, really cold. And how's the life here in Canada? Maybe lots of the people want to know about the Canadian life standard. So life is everywhere is the same. Okay, nowadays the countries, all of the current countries globally are suffering from the population crisis. So here in Canada as well, the Canada is suffering from population crisis. So people are getting old, and when the amount of the youth in the country will be low, country will start to suffer. So same thing is happening here in Canada as well, and globally most of the countries is suffering from the youth crisis. So that's the most important subject for all of the international countries. So Canada is also one of them. And how the life standard is not pretty good over here. If we compare the per capita income internationally, maybe the Canada is in top 20 or top, I don't know what it was, but yeah, the per capita is quite good here in Canada, but still people are suffering from inflation, so they hardly manage to able to sustain the life here in Canada with their own income. All right, every individual are working over here in Canada, but still they are struggling to survive, struggling to maintain their life. So it's really hard, and each and every person have to work. Without work they can't sustain. And now in an average, one youth like me who not able to buy their own house because the price of the house are so high, so that we can't be able to buy a house with our own income. So it's quite hard to own a house over here. You have to earn more than $6,000, $7,000 to own a house, maybe more than that. So nearly $8,000 to $10,000 you have to earn per month to own a house. But more than 50-60% Canadian can afford it, because they are earning just $3,000 to $5,000. That's it. So it's hard. And health facility over here is also dying because the youth, the total number of youth is really low, and because of that people are not able to fulfill the requirement of the healthcare facility as well, as much as people that we need in his health facility. But that much of number can't be fulfilled with the number of the people that we have over here, the youth we have, and that's it. So all of this sector over here is suffering because of youth crisis. And there is no construction worker, low trade workers, there is low health facility workers. So healthcare here in Canada is worse right now. because I have seen so many cases. I have talked with so many people that they have to wait for a month to get a appointment to do their health related stuff. So that's ridiculous. That's really, you know, that's really bad news for Canada, that people have to wait for months to get a appointment to, just to talk with the doctors. So that's a, harass in situation over here. So health facility is nearly collapsed, nearly, you know if you have to wait for 2 or 3 months, maybe more than 1 month, to get a appointment with the doctor is really nonsense. Okay, so that means we have really low amount of health worker over here, low amount of doctors. Okay, whatever we have, that is not sufficient for the population that we have over here in Canada. So that is so worst. And first is the income. I have already told you, income. We don't have that much of income over here overall, if we compare with the inflation. So inflation is skyrocketing, every year the inflation is increasing, but the salary is still the same. Yeah, they have increased the salary to 16.55 to 17.20 here in Ontario, but still that is not enough. Okay, we have still that money is not enough. The $17 minimum wages is not enough for Canadian. So it should be around $25 to $30 per hour to have a good life over here in Canada. They maintain a standard of life, but $17 is really low wages. So maybe the Canadian government is also controlled by the business tycoons. Okay, Canadian government don't have such as influence in a business over here. So most of the businesses owned by private sector. So they manipulate the wages, they manipulate everything. So maybe that's the reason the wages is not increasing. The wages is not increasing as much as it should be increased. So it's really low. And in most of the countries, which is in a situation where people are getting quite well, wages, in those countries minimum wages is around 25 to 30 or 22, 23 to 30. So yeah, the wages should be around 25, at least 24 to $30 per hour over here, but the wages is really low, and people are working in such as wages and could not able to buy their own house, could not able to meet the quality of health facility and the quality of life with that amount. Okay, and all of the people are working hard, busting their all of the things, but still could not able to manage. They hardly manage to sustain their standard of life. So it's hard over here. Okay, it's really hard. It's been nearly 1 year for me here, and I have observed lots of things. So compared to Asian countries, it's better compared to Asian countries, and maybe some Middle East countries or some African countries. The life standard is a bit high over here, but still it's not enough. People are suffering. People are suffering a lot. People are suffering a lot from the situations, just because of the low wages. If people are earning, people have money, then they will buy the product. They will they will do the expenses which sustain the businesses as well. If people don't have money, how they gonna buy the stuff over here, and automatically the GDP will be low and the life standard will be low, the businesses will be cut off. And I have seen some documents, I have seen some resources that after COVID here we have more than 50,000 businesses has been shut down already. More than 50,000 businesses has been shut down, means it's a problem. Okay, it's a problem because people can't able to spend that much of money which our market does wants from the people. So people can't able to spend if they don't have a money. So if they are not earning sufficient amount, how they're gonna spend? They have to cut off everything. They have to cut off on their fooding. They have to cut off on their clothing. They have to cut off on their luxury items. They have to cut off everything because people don't have a money to spend. If they are not earning sufficiently, it's hard to manage. It's hard to manage for them, and spending will be low. If spending will be low, means the businesses will shut down automatically. So after COVID, maybe within 1.5 years, the 47,000, more than 48,000 businesses has been already shut down here in Canada. Means it's a problem. Okay, what is happening? What is happening? So this is the situation over here in Canada, and the life standard is getting life standard is struggling over here. Yeah, it's better, it's peaceful over here. We don't have that much of crime, we don't have that much of political drama, we don't have that much of societal drama, but we have a peace. I feel like it's peace over here. We don't have that much of mental trauma, but still the life standard is getting low over here, not as expected. Okay, and if you guys are watching from another country, from Nepal or India, from Pakistan or somewhere else, yeah, this is the situation over here. Okay, the life standard is not that much good. Maybe now the Middle East, like Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and most few Arabic country have a high life standard than Canada right now, high life standard than Western country. And I have talked with a few people that if you once live in a Dubai, and then you go back to your country, you will feel like you are living and you are struggling with the life standard of life, because they set the benchmark of the luxury life, and it's so high, and you will gonna feel that you are struggling to get a standard of life, the normal standard of life in your own country, because Dubai is setting the benchmark. Now the Middle East countries are setting the benchmark of standard of life. So in terms of quality life, okay, in terms of luxury, in terms of service that you need to get from the government, in terms of the service that you need to get from the private sector, from the businesses, all right, in terms of the everything. So Middle East countries or cities are setting the high benchmark. Yeah, you are busting your everything, and with that effort, if you are getting the standard of life, it would be okay, it would be relaxed, okay, it would be balanced. If you are busting everything and you are not getting the such as standard life which is expected and which is meant to be, then it's a problem. It's a problem for you, and it's a problem for dissatisfaction. It's a problem for everything for the population. So population is the most important thing. The country is not the land. The country is not the land. Country is not the forest. Country is not the soil and stone. The country is people. So people, if people are not getting the thing that they should get, and it's a problem, right? It's a huge problem. So this is the situation over here in Canada. I hope this video is a bit informative for you guys. See you in next video. Till then, bye bye.